What's up, y'all? Back with another video. It's currently like 2:30 in the morning, and I decided to film a video because it's the only free time really that I made today. It's been a little bit of a busy Friday. I've been meaning to film a video because I want to be more consistent. My original plan with YouTube was to do like 2 to 3 videos per week, but then the more that I started filming, the more that I started getting used to being on camera, which is something completely brand new to me, something uncomfortable and out of the norm for me. I'm really not someone that's I don't I don't enjoy being on camera. I don't enjoy just putting myself out there. It just makes me uncomfortable, and that's what I'm trying to say. The things that make me uncomfortable aren't necessarily an enjoyable process, but it's something that is if you see a certain outcome for yourself, or you want a certain outcome, you want to get somewhere, and you have to get through these hoops, and you have to do it. And that's what I talk about in prior videos and stuff like that. That was the original plan, was to do 2 to 3 videos a week. So with that being said, I don't have a title for this video, but I'll figure it out. The topic of this video is being judged by how you measure. Jesus talks about how you're going to be judged by the way that you judge. Your perceived level of judgment, if that makes sense. How you judge, how you measure others, that's how you're going to be judged. And that's something that I don't know where it came from, because I think it's something that I don't think it scares me, but it's something that's always on the back of my mind. It's always on my subconscious, that it's you just never know what somebody's going through, and you might be having a bad day or a bad moment. I think everybody does it, where we become short-sighted. We say something or think something that we really don't mean it like that. I don't know, at least for me, I just end up feeling like crap. I end up just reliving that memory like it's Groundhog Day. Cause to me it's dude, at the end of this life, and we meet our maker, we're gonna be judged by the way that we judge, right? That measurement is gonna be here. Basically what it's saying is what you give is what you get. But I think there's many spectrums of it. It's not just a one linear thing. There's many spectrums of what you give is what you get. Measuring wrongfully, measuring unrighteously, measuring in a wicked way. The truth is that, yeah, what you give is what you get. And so because I'm aware that, I just try to put my best foot forward with as many people as I can. And that always isn't gonna look like your best self, honestly. It's honestly a blurred line. It's something I've noticed. It's not always gonna be rainbows and sunshine and you being the most happy person and upbeat person, because I'm honestly the opposite of that in real life. It's okay to be that. If that's what you're like, that's okay to be that. I think we need people like that. But I just keep a more black and white, realistic lens on life. There's a time and a place to have your head in the clouds, but most of the time I like to take a realistic approach to things. But with that being said, I just take a grounded approach to life. When I think about judging someone as I would want to be judged, I really try to take a step back, and even before I make a judgment, I just try to see what's going on with me, especially if I'm feeling away. I think a big thing with that is just to take a step back and see where you're coming from. One of my biggest gripes lately, something that really gets on my nerves or just really bothers me, is hypocrisy. It's the pettiest thing, so it's not really that big of a deal, but it's just something that genuinely bothers me. And I'm a hypocrite too. I think, I said, I think this measuring thing, this applies to me too. We've all been a hypocrite. We've all said things that we didn't mean. I mean, I don't know, man. We're human, whatever. You can say that, but in the moment it doesn't apply to your, like, you can think that way and you can act that way, but in the moment you get offended, or like the moment someone does it to you, then it's like, now it's a big deal. But you can do it. Do you want to point a finger? Or you want to point out how that's wrong, or you want to point out how you shouldn't talk like that, you shouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. And I've also seen many people bounce back from that. Like, they used to be like that, and then they're not even like that anymore. It just makes me rethink the whole measuring thing and what Jesus said. It really makes me rethink that there's a different way to approach people. There's a different way to approach certain situations, and that you don't have to sink so low. You don't have to grab from the lowest hanging fruit. If you're on the righteous path and you want to be on the righteous path, there's actually no room for that. We've been called to actually just like come from a place of higher wisdom. It's like there's a line between pride and integrity, and it's a thin line, because someone will take that and just run with it. Pride leads to the downfall. I've seen people potentially block blessings. I've seen pride block people from transforming. Pride has personally stopped me from growing. Pride is also something that you're gonna be judged for at the end of this life. But anyways, that was just a rant. Probably a poor effort to get a YouTube video out. This is it. And yeah, no. I hope y'all keep watching. I hope somebody watches. Anyways, y'all be blessed.